Morning everybody. Thought I'd get a couple of videos done today since it's not raining finally. We've got about 6.5, almost 7 inches of rain in the last week and a half or so. And you see they've got a nice mud ring around that bale there. But these are calves we're weaning off. Got a couple of first year heifers in there and one mama cow. Just to kind of keep them calm when we first moved them in. But you can see we've got ourselves a mud pit in there. But they've got access to this light out here so they can get dried off if they want to. I wanted to show a couple of things with our electric fence setup that we use, this portable fence. I know a Midwest Alice fan is looking at putting up some fencing, so I thought this might help him out. Basically, instead of having to put in permanent posts everywhere, we built these towers, and they're about 3 foot 9 inches tall, maybe 4 foot. And we started using 2x4s for the cross members, but they started getting loose after a while, so we started building them with plywood for the cross members, and it's done a whole lot better. So, but what we've got is, in the barn we've got power, so we have a wall powered M1000 Gallagher unit, and we run wire out here to the corner. Got a cutoff switch, you can see it's cut off right now. Come down and hook on with just a gate handle, and we're just using poly wire. We're not using high tensile for any of our portable stuff. And basically you just stretch it out to where, to open the gate, you pull the post and lean the tower over a little bit to loosen that handle up, and you can unhook it and then stand it back up and it's tight. And we've got these extension cord reels, from Walmart or Atwoods or wherever you can find them on sale. And then we took a drill and drilled a couple of holes right here and run that coat hanger, an old coat hanger. It's got to be metal, conductive metal type, so steel works just fine. And then you can see we bend it through and just hook it through the other side of that gate latch there. And we've got a whole bunch of different length reels, and we just wrote on the reel what the length was. And but anywhere you got a corner, you put one of these towers, and you just set a poly post right there on it, or not a poly post, but a plastic post, and hook it on and stretch it on out all the way around. So this whole fence up to the catch pen area here is just closed in with hot wire, poly wire. And so I don't know if that'll help them out or not, but figured I'd show what we use just in temporary setting. It's really easy to pick up and move. I mean, you can even put wheels on them if you want to. We actually drilled holes for that right there. Just wheelbarrow wheels work just fine. But anyways, wanted to show how we do that. And so you can see we've got a little trailer. We've got these fancy Gallagher reels. They're about $75 a pop. They hold up to the sun just fine. They're nice, but they're, like I said, they're about 75 bucks a pop. So if you don't need them and you can get by with those extension cord reels, they're a whole lot cheaper. All right, came over here to the other side of the barn, and I know Brad over at Northern Wisconsin farming is looking at covering up some feeding space and was looking at trusses. I know they were really expensive. That's all we did for ours. We just took 2x4s, laminated them with plywood, screwed it all together. It's held up for 4 years now, and this is the one on the end exposed to the elements, so it seems to be holding up just fine. But anyway, came out here to show what the ryegrass and clover, oats and rye looks like. You can see it's coming up really nice and thick here. And we overplanted this section because it was the last one we did, but you can see the rows and see how thick it is. It's not very tall yet, but it'll get there. In a few weeks of days like today, nice and sunny, dried out, and it'll spring right on up. And you can see how the ryegrass is coming up in between all the rye and oats, because we broadcast the ryegrass and the clover, and then we no-till drilled in the rye and oats. And this section's looking nice. It was planted, like I said, probably about the last one that we did. This section was planted first. It's already been grazed down once. It's coming back. It's almost the same height in there as this is. So we'll be turning the calves out on it here in a little bit. And you can see how we use these towers like I was talking about. Take a walk out here and look at what they've already grazed, because they grazed this down to the ground when they were here the first time. Let's see, it's already come back up a couple of inches. I don't know how good the light is for that, but anyways, I'm gonna walk out to another field and I'll show you that one. Alright, we're up at our 8-acre field, the first one that we planted for the year. And you can see there's been some digging and rutting by the hogs here along the edge, but you get out in the field and they haven't really done anything to it. It's a mess up here. It's really wet and muddy, but it's looking good. Once it dries out a little bit, we're going to start turning the cows over into it. They've been eating on hay for about a month now. Finally ran out of Bermuda grass to graze. You can see this thing here is just a big old mud pit, but anyways, once this dries up a little bit, we'll move our portable fencing over into the field and start strip grazing it and giving them a bale of hay. But I'm gonna get over here to this other field and I'll show you all what it looks like.